It's a field back block, and that's
the guy that rolls his body around.
Mike Drop Sports. Steel City Live.
It's Steel City Live here on a Victory Monday as the Pittsburgh Steelers advance as the AFC North Divisional Champions and the 4 seed inside of the AFC Conference playoffs. And what a game it was. And let's dive into it. All your comments, questions, and concerns will be definitely talked about inside of the live chat. Again, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit that hype button. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. Join the community here at Mike Drop Sports as we dive into what was a historical game last night. I told you that it was going to come down to a field goal. We all knew that. You knew that. I knew that. That this game was going to be one, hopefully, for the record books. And it was one of the all-time battles between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers in this historic rivalry that has been between these two teams. Really, honestly, just year after year, pretty much like 30 years, it feels like at least. I'm just guessing that the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers have had some wars, some real wars. And that was a war last night. The Steelers did enough that they could win, and they did enough that they could lose. Likewise for the Ravens. They did enough that they could win. They did enough that they could lose. It's absolutely just crazy how that all unfolded and what transpired throughout that ball game. How it ended was exactly how it was supposed to end. And it brings you back to some other things, you know, the rigging and is this staged? Is this nudged one way or another? I don't even care right now. I just care that the Pittsburgh Steelers have made the playoffs. They're in, and let's enjoy it. Let's celebrate it. Let's enjoy the ride and call it for what it is. It's a chip in a chair inside of a tournament that anybody can win. The records are 0-0. Nobody is nothing. Nothing. Everybody is on the same equal playing field right now. I don't care whether you're the 1 seed or the 7 seed. I don't give a shit which seed you are. It is all about who has the momentum. And that is what we're going to dive into tonight. Did the Pittsburgh Steelers find something last night at Acrisure Stadium that teams dream of finding at this perfect time of the season? Did they find that momentum and that ability to be consistent? That ability to just feel like you have a rabbit's foot shoved up your ass, that luck is on your side. That is something special. And that is something I believe the Pittsburgh Steelers found last night. And I believe that that can make them a very dangerous football team. I think the Houston Texans coming in for the wild card game is going to be a very tall task for the Steelers, at least offensively. But defensively, I think the Steelers can fucking dog walk them. I do think that. But I do believe that the Texans probably have the best defense in the National Football League, or if not one of the top 3, no doubt about it. And I think it's going to be a difficult task for Aaron Rodgers in this offense. But now you find last night a way to be able to move the football in the passing game minus DK Metcalf. And that is something that the Steelers have been searching for. I loved how you had to have who? Pat Freiermuth. We talked about it. Pat had to be involved. Jaylen Warren had to be involved. I thought he played a hell of a ball game. Kenneth Gainwell had to be involved. I thought he played a hell of a ball game. And the big one for me was Aaron Rodgers. I thought he played his best football of the season last night, coming up in the moments when it mattered most. Hitting Calvin Austin on a gimme play. I know that. It was a gimme play. The guy slipped. But Calvin Austin had been working that. You saw that corner slowly continue to come down farther and farther and farther. Sit on those routes a little bit more and more and more and more. And I even said to my son at the end of that game, when the Steelers were in that situation, I said, watch Calvin Austin III up there in the top. And on third down, when I saw Calvin go out there, I said, watch, that corner has been inching up. He's been sitting on things. He's going to get caught. And I just had a feeling he was just going to get caught. And sure as shit, he did. Now, I thought the game was over there at the end when the Baltimore Ravens were driving and they didn't. They gave up that big kickoff return, put the Ravens on almost near the 50, and I thought to myself, "This is over. I'm so pissed. This is over." I didn't even charge my phone. I was so invested during the game. I wanted to do a post game show, but my battery was basically dead, and I'm like, it'll be a waste of time. But literally, the Steelers, I thought their season was over, and then I thought to myself. My son started to walk up the stairs before the game ended, right before the last play, the last kick, and he's like, "It's over, Dad." And I was like, "No, watch it to the end. Watch the last play. You watched it the whole way through. You might as well watch the last play." And boy, did we have an absolute fucking moment here. The house blew up when that happened and that field goal was missed by Loop. But we are going to dive in here to all your comments, questions, and concerns again here as the Pittsburgh Steelers advance to the wild card round here. And what a day to be a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. What's up, Aaron Derrick? Good to see you, man. Good luck on your test, Aaron. Everybody say a good prayer for our friend Aaron Derrick there in the chat. He has an important test coming up for his professional licensure. So good luck to you, man. And I know you'll smoke it. So just focus and have fun. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. What's up, man? Good to see you. My Floyd is Pink 79 in the house. Here we go. What an amazing win. It is, guys. And we beat the Steelers up all the time. And this is the time of year right now. Right now, as Steeler fans, we have all off season to throw shade and to talk about what needs to change schematically and all the highs and lows. We have all the time in the world this off season to talk about all those things at nauseum. At nauseum. So fucking enjoy this ride, guys. This is going to be nothing guaranteed moving forward. It's win and stay in or lose and go home and enjoy it. Enjoy this ride and what could possibly happen. And again, I stand behind what I said. I believe that the winner of the AFC North, whether it was the Baltimore Ravens or the Pittsburgh Steelers, I believe they represent the AFC conference inside of the Super Bowl. I believe that to be true. Again, I think the Steelers found something last night that makes them absolutely 100% dangerous, and that is feeling lucky, feeling confident, getting that momentum on your side, getting a win like that, and then not having that bye week. And I know everybody loves the bye week. What's up, Miss P? Good to see you, my friend. Everybody loves the bye week. Everybody wants that. They think that's the coup de grace, the end all be all, the win all, man. It gives you in perfect position. But the Pittsburgh Steelers don't need a bye week. They're not that type of team. What they need is to stay on a roll. And before DK Metcalf made that stupid decision, the Pittsburgh Steelers were starting to figure it out offensively. Then they stumbled against the Cleveland Browns trying to figure out life without DK Metcalf. And what? Lo and behold, they figured it out. They figured it out Sunday on how to score damn near 30 points on Baltimore at home for the division title. And they figured that out without DK Metcalf. And now that adds a layer to this Steelers offense that gives them a little bit of boost. That gives them what, guys? Confidence and excitement. Now they feel what? Confident and lucky a little bit, maybe too. What's up, Johnny Walleye? 1-1 for the books. Great win. Absolutely. It is Victory Monday, as Miss P said. We appreciate Victory Monday as always. What's up, Big Tom Ford in the house? Good to see you, my friend. Daniel Warman, good to see you. I hope the Steelers go all the way. Aaron had a good game, and the old man has a strong arm. Once again, Lamar is a choke artist. Guys, you know me and Lamar Jackson. Good to see you, Daniel. You know my feelings about Lamar Jackson. That loss last night was not Lamar Jackson. He came up in the moment. Now, was he stellar throughout the game? No. No, he wasn't. But there were moments that had to be moments that he had to come up. They didn't lose that game last night because of Lamar Jackson. They lost that game last night because of the Baltimore Ravens. That wasn't a Lamar Jackson loss. So yes, I feel like Lamar Jackson is a choke artist at times. No doubt about it. Most of the time, 99.9% of the time. But last night was not Lamar Jackson's fault, and I got to give credit where credit is due. Yes, there were wide open receivers when he hit those big plays, but you have to hit those. You have to make those. We saw Aaron Rodgers miss a wide open Jonnu Smith for the second time this season. Wide open. We saw it in Los Angeles. We saw it last night. But guess what? Lamar hit those plays when he had to. So I got to give him credit where credit is due, guys. You know how I am with that. I always got to be truthful with it. Craig Werlo, the fourth quarter was so crazy. Can't believe he missed that kick. Heard the death threats from fans. Why it's a game. People are idiots, man. Like that kid, I don't care how he feels, to be honest. I don't. I hope he always misses kicks when he plays the Pittsburgh Steelers. I hope he never makes a fucking kick ever in his life against the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I will say this, to send those types of messages, those types of hateful rhetoric towards somebody that's just a kicker in a game is sickening to me. And people need to check themselves and figure out their life, man, because they got too much time on their hands when that's what you're trying to do. And that's what you're talking about to some young kicker, man, in the National Football League. Yeah, you want to win, but you know what? That could have been Chris Boswell. Oh, wait, it was Chris Boswell who gave away basically the big opportunity for the Baltimore Ravens to be able to go and win that game in the final minute. Why? Because Chris Boswell shanked one. And that put the Steelers ahead just two. They needed that third point. That third point was imperative to keep their season alive. And boom, he missed it. A guy that hasn't missed a extra point attempt in over 3 years, 2 3 years, guys. So you can't just ride the kicker because of that. It is what it is. They're gonna miss some. They're gonna win some. They're gonna make some. It is what it is. All right, I'm gonna get a drink. Extra Black in the house. What's up, man? Dylan Cook just saved the Steelers from having to draft another offensive tackle in the next draft. Ramsey was simply getting smoked out there. I don't know if it was. I agree about Dylan Cook, Extra Black. You're not lying. I think that kid played a hell of a fucking ball game, and he's played really well over the last 3 weeks. I think that they have found something with him, and I think your assessment of him is accurate. As far as Jalen Ramsey's concerned, what happened last night was complete miscommunication. I think Jalen Ramsey played his worst game as a Pittsburgh Steeler last night, no doubt about it. But I think a lot of that was miscommunication, and that shouldn't be happening in Week 18. But the good thing is the Pittsburgh Steelers defense can still rise up and do some special things throughout the ball game, despite still having some of those issues in the communication department. I believe Jalen Ramsey is a player that's going to play big role, a big role inside of these conference playoffs. And we can't get too hard on him right now because I think he's going to come up with some plays that are going to make us go, Jalen fucking Ramsey. I think that's going to happen. But yeah, he played a bad game last night, but I think a lot of that was communication and some schematic deficiencies there that have to be worked out heading into this Monday night matchup against the Houston Texans. Aaron Derrick, it's been an all-day event watching these reactions videos of Ratbirds fans. Such entertainment. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, and I know Baltimore fans, and my inbox has been blowing up. Um, but it is what it is, man. You know, the Steelers have been on the wrong side of these too. And, Ravens fans think, oh, gone, the Steelers, they won. Bullshit. It's bullshit. They ain't won that game. Blah, 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 blah. It is what it is, man. The Steelers have been on that side too. Rodgers had almost 300 yards passing without DK. Imagine what they can do with him. That's from Craig Werlo. Yeah, I think the only thing that the Steelers have to avoid when DK comes back is what? Not to force feed DK the ball, but to continue this special thing that they have built here a little bit. And that is spreading the ball around and getting it to guys that you know that are going to get the job done. Adam Thielen, big catches last night. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, after his worst game as a National Football League player that he had in Cleveland, he came back and he played really well. That one catch that he had that was a chain mover, that was a catch that I never in the world would have thought he would have made. But he made a hell of a fucking catch. And guaranteed that it's definitely something the Steelers have to build on, man. Definitely. Daniel Mormon, props to the coaches. Yeah, the coaching staff last night, I thought didn't lose the game or didn't hinder the Steelers. But yet, I still think there's more there. I still think there's a lot of meat on the bone for this team. And I think that's the good part of this whole thing is there's meat on the bone still and room for improvement with a football team that can win big matchups. Danny George, what's up? What a great game. That's how you do it. Absolutely, Danny. Good to see you, man. Joshua Shields in the house. Good to see you, Joshua Shields. Good evening, my friend. I'm still at a loss for words from last night after last night's game. Absolutely, man. Me too. I didn't even know what to say. I was in an absolute complete shock. I wouldn't even have known what to say to come on to the game. I was in shock. Yeah, I definitely don't blame Lamar for their loss. Jason's right. That's from Aaron. Lamar did put them in position to win. He did his job. He did. He did it. And uh, that one play with DeAndre Hopkins there at the end that wins the game for the Baltimore Ravens. If DeAndre Hopkins goes and Lamar was telling him, "Go, go, go! I'm going to dump it to you," and he didn't get the vibe, man. He didn't get the menu or the memo. All right, guys, let's take a look at the playoff bracket right now here for 2026 as the Pittsburgh Steelers are the 4 seed inside of these division playoffs, and the winners move on to round 2 in the divisional round. And that's where the winner of Pittsburgh Houston will go on to face the number 1 seed Denver Broncos. Then you have Buffalo, Jacksonville. That's a big one. Then you have the Los Angeles Chargers, New England Patriots. That's a big one. And I always thought, though, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, and I want you guys in the comments to tell me if I'm wrong here. Um, doesn't the lowest seed remaining go to the number 1? So the Steelers could go to different parts of that bracket. I always thought that. So I don't believe that has to be definitive way this all goes here. So I believe it could go any way. So I believe I'm right there. But yeah, definitely believe that that is the case. The lowest seed will go to the 1. So let's look at it this way. If the Pittsburgh Steelers win their part here, and you look at who's the next low seed that I think got a real chance, Buffalo or Los Angeles Chargers. Say the Steelers win out, and one of those two teams win out through the bracket. The Steelers could actually host an AFC championship game and have 2 home playoff games if this all works out correctly for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that is something to keep an eye on also. But first, they have to take advantage of this opportunity and defeat the number 5 seed Houston Texans, who have been on a fucking roll, man. But I think there are many holes on that football team that can be exploited. It's my pick of the most exciting team in the playoffs right now because of their defense, but I think they can be beaten. I think any team in this bracket, there is no team that scares me to death inside of this AFC conference bracket, and that's why I think the Steelers definitely have a shot. You look at the NFC side, you have the Rams, Panthers. That'll be the 4 and 5 seed coming in as their wild card matchup. You have the San Francisco 49ers versus the Philadelphia Eagles in the wild card round. That's the 6 seed San Francisco 49ers versus the number 3 seed Philadelphia Eagles going be a big game there in Philadelphia. Then you look at the Packers now with a big chance here to take on the number 2 seed Chicago Bears in Chicago. And I think the Packers can definitely win that game. And if I'm going to pick a team out of the NFC that could make a run, that's a scary team, I'm going to say the Green Bay Packers could be that team to make it. And wouldn't it be really something crazy if the number 7 seed Green Bay Packers make it to the Super Bowl against the number 4 seed Pittsburgh Steelers? I believe that could be really a wild thing. And definitely give the NFL some ratings. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm going to get back to the chat here in a minute. What's up, Big Boone? Miss you at basketball, buddy. Thank you. Good to see you, my friend. Talking about the off season, look at the quarterback Trinidad Chambliss for Ole Miss. Yeah, I'll check that out after all the NFL games are done, Tom. But I'll write that down here and remember that, and I'll definitely check it out for sure. Um, but right now, I will not go in and look at no college players because the off season, I'm not thinking about it yet. I gotta separate it, man, because I'll just get too buried into it and not enjoy this moment that has been afforded to us. Another week of football, a week 19 here, and I'm super excited about it. Extra black. Anyone that says Lamar choked last night doesn't know football. I agree. I'll say that for sure. I think that definitely um, Lamar did not choke last night, no doubt. I don't believe he choked. All right, guys. Aaron Derrick says, I know I heard the Ravens fans saying they were going to kill, wow, the kicker, who's what, 22 years old. Jesus, man, it's just a game that we have no control over. Yeah, people are nuts, Aaron. I don't get it, man. You bring up a good point here that I wanted to bring up, though. You said, the O line played extremely well, in my opinion. They've played really well for the last probably 3 or 4 weeks. The Pittsburgh Steelers right now have an offensive line that has really started to gel. And I got to say this, I believe the Pittsburgh Steelers have one of the better offensive lines heading into the playoffs, to be quite honest. You look at the opponent that they face on Monday here in Houston Texans, they're coming in with an offensive line that is bad. That's not good. But yeah, I definitely think the Steelers and their offensive line have played really, really well here as of late. I think Boz made 90 straight till last night. That's from Johnny Wallet. Yeah, it was something crazy, man. Do you think Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow will be at a different team next season? One of them, man. But you don't let your franchise quarterback walk out, So I don't believe Joe Burrow goes anywhere. Um, I just don't see that happen. And now, can Lamar Jackson move on to somewhere else? I think it might be possible. I think that might be possible, Tom. Craig Werlow getting a little concerned with Boswell. That's 2 field goals and an extra point in the last 3 weeks. Um, no, it's 1 field goal, right? I don't think he missed 2 field goals. I think he missed 1 field goal and 1 extra point. So 2 missed kicks. I'm not concerned with him though, Craig, and I'll tell you this: why I say this. It is extremely difficult to kick at Acrisure Stadium. Cleveland, pretty much similar to that same thing, minus the open end, and the open end in Pittsburgh isn't as open as it once was, but it's still a little bit open. It's way lower. It doesn't have the stands in front of it. The river's definitely an effect on that and the wind pattern there. So Acrisure is definitely the most difficult place to kick, in my opinion, right now, considering the way the wind is and where it sits and how the stadium is configured. I think it is one of the more difficult places to kick in the National Football League. Natural grass surface, definitely really shitty surface at times, really hard to get footing. So Chris Boswell, I have complete confidence in him, and I am not batting an eye, and I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers or the team is batting an eye about what has transpired here with Chris Boswell over the last couple weeks. He's just not been able to kick good in Cleveland, and I'm not sure why that is. He does 99.9% of the time do what he needs, but I think ever since he got knocked the fuck out in Cleveland on that fake field goal that time, he has not been the same there. But you look at Chris Boswell again. I think he'll come through in a big moment here for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs, as we've seen him do before. I'm definitely not concerned with it. Kickers go through this sometimes. And again, I don't think Chris Boswell is going to go freak out about it. The guy got ice water in his veins. And I definitely think Chris Boswell will play a major role in Monday night's matchup against the Houston Texans. Another Wombat in the house. I'm not sure how I feel about the Steelers right now. I hope they win, but I'm not sure. I took away a lot of good things from that game. I took a ton away. And I'm like you. I still have a lot of reservations about them, no doubt about it. But I think that's a good thing right now because I think there's still meat on the bone. And I think they're riding high with confidence because they feel really, really lucky, guys. I really do. And when you have luck on your side, when you have that rabbit foot shoved so far up your ass, You can't see nothing else. You're just blinded by it. It could spell good things. And you got to remember this, guys. And I got to continue to really emphasize this. And this is not me saying the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win Monday night or anything like that. Is it possible? Yes. Do they have a real chance? Yes. Can they lose this game? Absolutely, in a major way. And but I got to tell you, the luck part of this, the confidence that being lucky gives you, makes you even luckier. And when you hit these strides and these lucky patches, the Steelers are hitting it at the most ideal time, guys. They have yet to go on a major win streak this whole season. They have won some games and lost a game or two, won a couple, lost a game or two, won a couple, lost a game or two. They have never hit their winning streak yet this season, have they? That is something I want you all to think about this week. That the Pittsburgh Steelers have not had a major chunk of wins. They have not had a winning streak all season to where they just ripped off games. And good teams do. They always have that one part of the season to where they just rip off a bunch of games. You see the Houston Texans right now. What do they won? 8 or 9 straight, right? Maybe that comes to an end and it's the Steelers' time. They win against Baltimore and now they rip off 6 straight or 5 straight to go on to a Lombardi. That's all it takes right now, guys. Let's be real about the situation. The Steelers literally, if they go on a 5 game winning streak, they beat Baltimore last night. That's one. And they rip off 4 playoff wins. That is a 7th Lombardi trophy for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's a 5 game winning streak. That's nothing. And the Steelers have yet to find that this season. Maybe they strike lightning in a bottle. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, where's the Ravens fans that was talking shit yesterday? Yeah, all the Ravens fans that were in the chat yesterday running their fat mouths. You don't see that today. You don't see that. No, they're hiding. They're in hiding. They didn't want to believe me when I talked about some of the things. I did pick the Ravens to win 17-14, but I said that I thought it was going to be a close game and that it was going to come down to the last second field goal. One way or another, that's how they were going to win. And it was typical Ravens Steelers. The Boilermaker. Boz missed 2 key field goals this season. And guys, I don't know what you're even guys. I really don't. And this isn't Jason being mean about it. I just don't see what all of a sudden we're on this Chris Boswell shit for. I just don't get it. Guys, let it go. He's the best kicker in the National Football League. He's automatic, guys. He's gonna miss. He's never gonna. No one is gonna be perfect. You guys got to let this Boswell shit go. Get it out of your head. Chris Boswell is the best kicker in the National Football League. Boz, if you're out there and you hear us here at Mike Drop Sports right now, let it be known you are the best kicker in the National Football League. And I have 1,000% confidence in you. And when you do randomly miss here and there, I don't bat a fucking eye at it, guys. Nor should he. Nor should he. So get off the Boswell shit. Devin Burkett, after last night, kicking may be the biggest concern, which feels unreal to say with Boz. We need to continue to coach and play to win. Yeah, they need to be aggressive, but I don't agree with your first part of the comment that we're all concerned about Chris Boswell. I think some of you are, and I think it's just because we as Steeler fans are what, guys? We're hypercritical about everything, right? We are locked in, laser focused on our football team and every little thing we want to nitpick. But guys, Chris Boswell is the furthest thing from an issue that the Pittsburgh Steelers have. I ain't burning anything that I pay a bunch of money for. People are stupid. I'm glad they got money to burn. I don't. I value it too much. We were blessed with another DeAndre Hopkins blunder, low IQ. Last year it was on the Super Bowl versus the Eagles, but last night was much, much sweeter. Yeah, agreed. That was a bonehead move, dude. He just don't understand situational football. Yeah, he's a great and talented wide receiver, but he does not understand situational football. And it is what it is. Yes, the lowest seed should play the highest seed. That's why it is important to win the division and not a wild card. I agree. I don't think you need to buy. I think the buys suck. I think the buys set you up for failure sometimes. That's just me. I'm like superstitious about the buy, and it may not even be true. But again, in my mind, I think of the buy as a derailment. I think of it as a stop when teams get hot, and I think that if you catch fire at the right moment of the season, not too early, not too late, but just right, I think the Steelers may have found that, guys, because let's talk about the last four games the Pittsburgh Steelers have played: Miami, Detroit, Cleveland, and Baltimore. And the Pittsburgh Steelers came out of that, what? 3-1, guys. We're sitting here dogging the Steelers. Actually, let's talk about the last five games. After that tough loss to Baltimore or to Buffalo at home at Ackershore in a game they were leading, and I thought that they had a great chance to win but fell apart. But a game they were leading. After that, the last five games the Pittsburgh Steelers played inside of the regular season, they went 4-1. 4-1, guys. And we're sitting here talking about how bad they are. I think they do have a lot of deficiencies. Yes, they have. Yes, they do. But they are starting to click. They are catching fire at the right time, guys. They are catching fire at the right time. And yeah, let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy it. Hang that terrible towel. Hang it up on your shoulder. Wear that bitch around for the next 5 weeks because the Steelers are going to the fucking Super Bowl, baby. Let's do it. Nah, I don't know. I'm just saying, guys. Yeah, I'm having fun. All right, like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I'm going to have to mix it up, guys. I'm definitely some comments down here. A little bit behind. So I'm going to try to catch up here, get to all your comments, questions, and concerns here on Steel City Live, your favorite and best YouTube show here for your Pittsburgh Steelers. And that's right here on Mike Drop Sports. I'm your host, Jason. As always, again, like, share, subscribe, hit the hype button. And again, guys, super chats are always wide open. We greatly appreciate those. Memberships are 99 cents a month. You don't get nothing great for it, but again, it's 99 cents a month, and it's a great way to support the channel for less than $1 a month. Tom said, do you think Tomlin coached Tyler Luke to kick wide right? He may have. He may have, buddy. I'm glad it happened, though. Extra Black, Jonnu Smith is more of a gimmick than a weapon. I think if the Steelers wanted to sign another wide receiver, Alan Lazard, he would be a player they release or send to the practice squad. I don't, and I say this, why do I say it? It's because they need the heavier sets, and they lean on the heavier sets for the run game. So I don't foresee them sending Jonnu Smith away because of the injury to who? Darnell Washington. So I don't think they would want to thin the herd a little bit more inside of that tight end room to just add a guy like Alan Lazard that would have to come in, get up to speed, come up, and then what are you going to do? Carry 6, 7 wide receivers each game? Yeah, I don't see it happening. I like I like him, but and I see what you're saying. I it just doesn't make sense practically roster wise for what the Steelers do schematically, in my opinion, anyway. What's up, Ali? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Kings of the North. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Craig says he donked in Detroit and missed in Cleveland. Okay. Still, guys, it doesn't worry me. I get what you're saying, and I hear what you're saying, and I think you have some validity to it, no doubt. But when I talk about Chris Boswell, when Chris Boswell comes to my mind, all I think about is fucking Santa Claus. He delivers the gifts, man. He brings the bacon home. He knows how to do it, and guys are gonna miss, and he is one of those guys that are gonna miss eventually. Somebody's gonna miss, man. 90 straight extra points before last night, right? The guy's pretty damn good. And I want you guys not to lose faith in Chris Boswell, and I think that's what you guys are doing right now. And I want you to just slow it, flush it, and forget it. And I think the more people point it out is a detriment to the Pittsburgh Steelers because, guys, you don't think these players hear this shit? You don't think they listen to shows and listen to the fans? They may say they don't listen to the outside noise, but they hear it, they see it, they know it. And the more we Steeler fans and the more the media fucking rides Chris Boswell, the more that's going to get into his head, and it's going to become an issue for no reason. And it's going to be created in a self inflicted wound on our part as the media, as the fan base. It's going to be our fault that that wound becomes a gaping wound. And I don't want to see that happen. So we need to flush it, guys. And I'm being truthful about that. TJ Watt had a great game. He absolutely did. How about coming up with that interception after the tip ball from Cameron Hayward, who had a phenomenal game? Cam Hayward is hungry for a championship. I'll give him that. He is really trying to get moving here and win a Lombardi. He really, really is playing his best football right now at 36 years old. And wow, what a fucking performance from Big Cam last night. That's the only thing he doesn't have. He'll go down in Steeler history as one of the best defensive linemen that the Steelers have ever had. He will. But he won't never be at the tops of those lists. Why? He won't be at the tip top. Why? Because he doesn't share a Lombardi trophy with the franchise. He won't be one of those guys that are coming back all the time twice a year for a fucking reunion of their Super Bowl win. Pittsburgh's a unique place for that. And if you don't fit into that fraternity, TJ doesn't fit in there. Alex Highsmith don't fit into that fraternity. Cameron Hayward doesn't fit into that fraternity. None of those guys, those big name guys that we all have cheered for a very long time, that have given a lot to the city of Pittsburgh in terms of their play, they don't fit into that fraternity. They just don't. But man, did they have a great game last night. In my notes, Watt, Highsmith, Hayward, lights out. Nick Herbig played really well last night. Jack Sawyer, I thought, played well. I thought the inside linebackers, for the most part, played decent. Yeah, you saw Patrick Queen get matched up on that one deep seam to Zay Flowers, and he had no business being there. But again, guys, miscommunication caused those in a big, 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 big way. Yep, it was a week late, but yeah, we are kings of the AFC North. Let's go. You guys are still talking about balls with that. Game reminded me, this, me too, Challenger. Good to see it. Game reminded me of the '05 Colts playoff game. And I said that today on our morning upload. If you haven't watched that yet, make sure you go and check that out. It is in our video section. And make sure you give that a like, hit the hype button. Make sure you guys are hitting that hype button, guys. I'd appreciate that. And again, make sure you're liking and sharing it to all your social medias. We truly appreciate that too. We are about to hit 4,800 subscribers, and we want to keep that going. But I said that exact same thing in not so many words without referring to it exactly, Challenger. But I said on the morning upload today that I did. I said the Steelers throughout their history have had that wide right has been a theme for the Pittsburgh Steelers for quite some time, and we got to be happy sometimes it works out in our ways, man. Apollo Creed. I love the name, my friend. Apollo Creed 2076. One of my favorite characters in a movie of all time is Apollo fucking Creed, baby. I love it. Just one game at a time, and that's exactly how you got to take this. Without a doubt, Apollo. One game at a time, guys. And this is the best time for a team to get hot. And people don't want to believe me. That's fine. But right now is the time that you wanted to get hot. Right around this time, right here, where December started. December 7th. When we look at the Steelers schedule, we look right there, right about that December 7th time frame. That's when you wanted to start catching fire as a football team. And guess who started catching fire? The Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Yeah, baby. Feel it. Feel it in your soul a little bit. Yeah, but injuries happen, Devin, and I agree with you. Darnell would be a welcome person, a player. No doubt about it, man. And it sucks that he's out. But you know what? It's given opportunity to Pat Fryermuth, who I think is an exceptional pass catcher, probably the second best pass catcher and second best weapon inside of the pass game the Pittsburgh Steelers possess that they don't use. Missing an extra point to win the division and make the playoffs is totally unacceptable. It's just that simple. And you're allowed to feel that, Devin. You are. But I think you're blowing it way out of proportion because they didn't lose the division. And him making that wouldn't have won the division for them either. So uh, it was what it was, and misses happen, and you are allowed to think that. And I feel why you think it. I do. And I feel why Craig brought it up. I feel like a lot of people were bringing it up, not just you guys. But I can feel why, but I just don't see the sense in it. And I think we're going to blow something out of proportion and make a giant deal out of something, and we're going to cause ourselves some heartache because you're going to fuck that guy's head up. And I'm not saying it's just us that's going to fuck his head up. I'm not saying that. But when the snowball starts rolling and it starts going down the hill, you can't stop it until it just fucking shatters and blows up and hits something. You can't stop it. So you gotta just sometimes live and die by because every other time we're going to be talking about how much Chris Boswell matters, how money Chris Boswell is. We've seen that man win playoff games by himself. So we got to really trust in Chris Boswell. Yes, sir. In Bos we trust. Absolutely, Miss P. We got to, guys. We got to. Mark Malone in the house. I ain't worried about Boz at all. And I don't think that fake field goal did crap to him. Yeah, I think he got fucked up that play. That's just the only thing I think, Mark. I don't know any other answer of why he don't kick very well inside Cleveland anymore. But I feel like that was like the turning point. He got fucking blasted. You ain't seen him run a fake field goal since then, I don't think. But that's the only guess I can come up with, man. I don't know how or know why Steelers fans just can't enjoy the win. Constant whining and bitching. I understand frustrations, Tomlin, etc. We are Steeler fans or not? Are we Steeler fans or not? We got to enjoy it this week, guys. And I don't want the reason I'm saying it is this. I don't want any of you guys in our community that are diehards that watch this team so much, that know so much about this football team, that invest so much of your time into this football team. I don't want you to miss the opportunity that is the playoffs. I don't want you to miss the enjoyment because, yes, it can be gone in a second. It could be gone come Monday night. It could be gone. So why not enjoy this right now? And for some of you that are younger Steeler fans that have never got to enjoy a real magical ride inside of the playoffs, I hope and pray that you get to see that. I hope that you get to feel what that's like. But there will be a section of the fan base that will go hard still, no matter what, the whole way through the playoffs. They'll celebrate the Super Bowl, but they'll ride it hard. And that's okay because that's what they enjoy. So let them enjoy them. But I don't want anybody to miss out on the magic that is the playoff run. I really, really don't. Wave that terrible towel for Ms. P. We appreciate that. Ragu, he says, hey, Steeler fans, we are healthy at the right time. Absolutely, man. I'm definitely rather be lucky than good. You aren't lying there, man. Absolutely. All right, I'm going to try to skip around here. Miss P says, no, Jason, you are right. We are going to the Super Bowl. We got this shit. And yes. And guys, I may be just talking shit, and I am. I don't know if the Steelers are going to make it to the Super Bowl. Nobody does. But you know what? I'm going to have fun with it. And guess what? If they lose, I'm going to be bummed out and pissed the fuck off just like everybody else. I'm going to be ready to talk about the deficiencies of this football team because they still have them. They do. You know it. I know it. We all know it. They have deficiencies. Yes. But guess what? Who cares? Let's roll with it and enjoy this shit, guys, because I can't think of a better group of people to enjoy things with than you all. You guys that are in this chat every time I jump on here. You guys, I enjoy talking shit with you guys. And that's what I miss when football season's over is that ability to talk with you guys about having fun, winning games, enjoying life. That's what we're all definitely gonna miss when football season's over. Challenger, I would have felt bad if we lost because of the extra point. Boz has been money all season. Yeah, I would have felt for Boz. I wouldn't have been like the Baltimore fans going batshit crazy on their kicker. I wouldn't do that. No, because the Boz, I know how many times he's bailed us out of situations, man. This is a big one here, man. And listen to Miss P. Let's go hit the shit out of that like button. Subscribe if you're not already. We truly appreciate that here on Steel City Live. Super chats are always open. Memberships are always open. And we appreciate everything you guys have done for us all of last year in 2025. It was absolutely amazing. I dropped my pen, but guess what? I have backups. But anyway, yes, Rogers is having fun. And that is the big, big thing. Absolutely, Aaron. Got to take it one game at a time. Aaron says, damn, give Boss some cred, man. He made a 57-yarder in the game. Yeah, that's almost a 60-yard field goal. There ain't a. Guys, that don't just happen all the time. Guys that can consistently hammer 55 plus, 50 plus. There's not many of those guys around. Ah. All right. My biggest concern is the secondary. Gave up too many long touchdowns. Guys wide open. Ramsey got smoked several times. Yeah, and it's going to worry me too. But guess what? I think that they played some games that give you some hope too. So we'll just have to watch how this transpires. But man, let's enjoy and see if we can get through Monday, man. And if not, we'll pick that secondary apart because they definitely let up some bad plays yesterday. Definite miscommunication, and they definitely got to fix that. No, nobody bats 1,000. Nobody. Oh, Cam definitely wants a Lombardi and the 3 mil in incentives. Oh, maybe he gets 3 mil in incentives for winning the Super Bowl. I will say this though, guys. I know a lot of people will say, the players want to win because of money in the playoffs. Um, Compared to what they make in the season, that is not true. The people that benefit from long playoff runs inside of the organizations are people like the workers, the people that work inside the building. They get bonuses. Those people, um, they enjoy that extra money because they get paid longer throughout the season. They get paid that money for playoff wins and things of that nature. So those people benefit the most, and I'm really happy about that because players get a set rate for playoff wins. They don't get a bunch of extra money. Their salary doesn't continue extra or anything like that. They don't get like extra. It's just playoff money, and it's not crazy amounts of money as compared to what they make during the season. Me too, man. Brandon Roberts says, just happy their rookie missed. Yeah, and guys, I thought that to myself, and that's why I told my kid to come back down the stairs because he was so upset. He watched that whole game and was so fired up throughout that game and literally just was so invested in it. And it came down to that last play. After that likely catch, he just was so heartbroken. He was just broke. And he was like, I'm going to bed. Good night, Dad. Love you. And I'm like, nah, come back and watch this last play because I let him stay up to watch the game, and I normally don't let him stay up that late. But I said, come on back down because I thought that same thing. Rookie, biggest moment of the year, hasn't missed anything inside of 50 all year, hasn't missed none inside of 50, but rookie in a big moment after watching Chris Boswell just miss a extra point attempt in that stadium. Not to mention this, guys, the power of God is so, so real. Please don't tell me it's not. You people that don't believe, I feel sorry for you. I do. I think you need to find it. Find it right here. Find the Lord. Find God, please, because the blessing that was put onto that field yesterday surely worked, and the power of God is so, so real. I don't know how else to explain it. God is so, so good. He gives you exactly what you need. Not what you want, but exactly what you need when you need it. And definitely trust in God, man. That was another really cool thing that transpired yesterday that I thought was definitely cool. Mr. Stiller fan, huge win. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Challenger says Rooney now giving Tomlin a 10-year extension. I hope not, man. I still feel the same way about Mike Tomlin as I did before the game. I think he definitely deserves some credit for yesterday. Definitely. I'll give his credit where credit is due, no doubt about it. But yeah, I think it's time for a change. Whoa, whoa. Let's not get crazy. Let's focus on Houston. Hey, we will. Enjoy it though, Aaron. Enjoy it. Soak it in, man. Get your test done. Study for your test from now until Wednesday until you go. But enjoy this. Soak it in, man. Soak it in, baby. All right. Stop with the negative waves and embrace the positive. Hey, we'll try our best, no doubt. I agree. Ragu 8804. Kickers make it look easy, and we expect him to make it every time. But it is not easy. Boz is a master, and he even can miss. He will let it go and move forward. He is a pro. Good comment, Ragu. I like it, man. Good comment. All right, guys, we are going to bust up out of here. We are about to that hour mark that we always try to stay right around. We don't like to go really too much over an hour or stick around an hour. That's kind of our place. So I have wrestling practice and basketball, so no show tomorrow. Okay, I will not be on tomorrow. I will try to do an upload during the day while I still have a little bit of time before I start new work here very soon. So. I will try to throw an upload up tomorrow during the day to give us at least one show out there for the day. But we will be back. We'll be back Wednesday. Let's shoot for Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Mike Drop Sports. Let's do that. That'll be our Wednesday show. And then we will be back Friday. Friday night will be our third show of the week in terms of live shows. So we're going to go tonight. That'll be one. Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be Wednesday's show. That'll give us two. And then Friday, we'll be back at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here for Steel City Live. And that will lead us into the weekend. And we'll have a great show during the weekend. And hopefully all of you join us. And I want you to enjoy it. I'm going to think of something cool. We're going to have some sort of make it pumped up somehow. I got to figure something out for a weekend show so we can lead into that game. And then Monday night, guys, I think I will be off work in time to have a pregame show. So, yes, I think I will. Yes. But Tuesday, I definitely won't be home until later in the day because I work until almost 8 o'clock. So, we'll get there, man. We're going to have a blast doing it. So, let's roll. Steeler Nation, continue to stay positive. Let's enjoy this fucking week. Week 19, baby. Week 19. Let's get it done. Steeler fans rejoice.
Power takes an approach as a coach. Let's go. Let's go. It's a peel back block, and that's